Who's SoccerBeat? We're talking Amajita and South Africa under 20. We're in Chile for the World Cup and FIFA World Cup under 20. I'm with youth football coach Mark Mayambela. Himself used to dazzle. Was a renowned youth player that the whole of Cape Town used to talk about. When is he getting his chance? When is he coming? Hit the subscribe button. Make sure Coach Mark remains here and remains encouraged by your subscriptions and your like, and when you share this content with your friends, and so that Coach Mark can feel like there's people who watch these things when we show him the numbers and say, Coach Mark, what you gave us was seen by 50,000 viewers. Yeah, so please hit that subscribe button. Keep us going. We get encouraged by all that. Under 20s doing the business when they needed to do the business. USA beat France, and we thought, icon. We thought, icon, Mark, icon. How are we going to beat these boys who demolished France, who are from the famed, what? Fontaine, that academy, that produced Pogba's and the likes, Thierry Henry. There's no way Amajita can beat USA, who demolished, actually, France. Eh? What a performance by the boys, Coach Mark.
Umjaka, we should be really, really proud of Umsebenzi that is done by the coaches in South African football. Especially Coach Ray, Coach Karabo, Tinashe, Uhlalifo, the technical team of the under-20s. I think we are all proud. South Africa is very, very excited. I always say to Abandu and even to some of my friends and even some of my colleagues and say, South Africa is in a good position and even a good moment when it comes to football. And I think there were some good foundations that were laid, that we should appreciate, firstly maybe by the federation as well, and also by the youth coaches in South Africa to produce such players that are competing at that stage. Remember also, I was one of the people that were really, really scared before the beginning of the game. USA crashed France, and against us, we were a little bit nervous, but I think also the strategy from the coach, it's good to see a plan and you see what the coach is trying to do, even if the quality was not really, really the best. But I think sometimes you just need the idea, and I think the players executed the idea very, very well. And we're really proud. Thank you, Coach Ray, Tinashe, Karabo, Khalifo. Well done, guys. We appreciate your work. Yeah.
Yes, Kumeko, even a star player of the match, Mfundo Vilakazi, dishing out. Zanzi, the most memorable Bafana game for many people in our generation is the 3-2 defeat against Brazil. A defeat. But because, we played Zanzi style, Mfundo Vilakazi, just Shugela, the bravery, the confidence, showing about, Yazi Mark, he was just playing in the streets, actually, really, really in the streets just the other day, and bringing that to a world platform and doing exactly what he was doing in the streets as well.
No, Mfundo is a special talent. I remember when I watched him play the Engine a few years ago, and I was chatting with a colleague and he was asking, but this boy is so short, doesn't really have the speed, doesn't really have the physicality. Do you think that he's going to make it in the PSL? And I told him that this boy is very, very special, and fortunately also, I am in contact with Mfundo, and he has done really, really well. Very good boy, also very humble boy, good personality, good mindset as well. We also know he understands the fact that football is not only about, or cannot really, really rely only on talent, but, other parts of and other elements of the game. And, he ticks all the boxes for me. And he's been very, very good for us. I think in the first game, it did not start, but came on, did not sulk, did not show bad body language. The second game he started and he helped the team and he contributed well. Yesterday, again, one of the heroes, and we should be really proud of such young men that are selfless, because I think for me, for him to also run like that, for an offensive player to be able to defend deep, to be able to defend wide, the kind of I want to see his stats. I need to speak to the conditioning coach of the of under 20 to see his stats physically, because he covered a lot of ground, offensively, he covered a lot of ground, defensively as well, he covered a lot of ground, played a beautiful pass to Shakile Prayer for the second goal, and it's been really, really amazing to watch these young men, and we're really proud. Well done, Mfundo. And I think also a lot of people wanted to see him play more, because there were some people that were saying, especially after the first game, that why is this guy not playing? Why is he not starting? But, he kept calm and he came in and he proved those people that were wanting him to play right, and I think this is what you want also when you are a player and you're not playing or you're on the bench. Don't sulk, have this mindset and wait for the opportunity. And I think he waited and he used this opportunity well and to benefit the team. Now they in the last 16, and also there's many other top talents in the team, if you can allow me, like Usibia, playing as a winger, playing as a fullback, Tato, for me is one of the best left backs that we have in youth football. I watch him also. Fortunately, I'm a youth guy. I'm a youth football guy, and I watched him 2 or 3 years ago in the engine here in Joburg. Champ of champs as well. Top talent. At 18, 17 at the time, already he was showing signs. This personality, this aggression. How he plays, how he dominates the game and how he imposes himself. Very, very good player as well. Also, Ukekana, showing that also he's training with the PSL of Mamelodi Sundowns. He's showing good signs, controlling the game, being a leader, a midfielder that also scored coming from deep, covering a lot of space from our own half into the opposition force as well, So this shows also big commitment from the players as well. But there's some amazing talent in that team. Usiviwe, Ngwali, Tylons, the captain, the goalkeeper. It's a beautiful team. Shakile April, and also with South Africa lacking a lot of strikers, this young man Umagidi, I'm projecting something special there. I'm projecting another Shabile, another Mbesuma, another Polendlanya, Siyabonga Numvete. I think he has the capabilities to break these records as well. And he has this hunger for goals and this enthusiasm for goals and for attack. And he throws his body on the line as well. And also what is nice about him is that also he understands the principle of also when the ball is wide, can he attack the near post? He's always there. He's always available to support his team as well. And even with the second goal that he made the run into the near post, and the center back followed him, and then it opened up for Ukekana behind him for the cutback, and also for Shakil to see it as well. It's beautiful to see, and like these boys, they are making us really, really proud, and also looking forward to them maybe under 23. Olympics next, Bafana as well. This is the future, I think. Also now the federation can see that we need to invest in these young men, to invest in youth football, because with the under-17 also coming now to play the World Cup as well, with also the new under-17 now qualifying for AFCON as well, I think there's a lot of work that still needs to be done by the federation to support these teams. So from my side, I'm a proud South African. I'm walking tall.
A lot of people are also saying it's giving golden generation. They're saying it's giving golden generation. Yes, there's no titles, but they're saying there's signs, because even you want to talk about this player, that player, and then you think about, but what about Tylon? Oh, but also even the goalkeeper. Oh, that's what. It's hard to even leave out anyone, right? What is happening in Zanzibar football? Why are we in such a good place?
I think there was good foundation that was laid. We have to say and to show gratitude towards Mr. Walter Steinbock for what he has done, in his time with the federation as well. I think fortunately also, I was part of the process of most of these youth teams, because I was based in Cape Town, and when they wanted players in Cape Town, I was also involved in in recommending certain players as well when this team was built. So with the work that he was doing and him being present in picking the squads, him being present in going to each province to make sure that to go to each camp to make sure that things were done properly. And these are the fruits of this relationship between Coach Ray and his technical team, and also the former TD of the federation as well. And I think we should show gratitude towards him with the work that he has done as well. But of course, the coaches as well, they have done the work. They've been there from the first camp as well, and everyone else that is involved in South African football, and like Abo Aaron Mukwena that were scouts, David Nyati also that were scouts, and also involved in this process of putting together these teams as well. So it also shows that football is a community sport where people have to come together, especially experts of football. They have to come together, to have this common goal. And it showed also with these two national team, with the new under-17 that is going to play AFCON next year as well. And hopefully that things will grow from where we are, also with Bafana playing World Cup qualifiers. We are hopeful that also, they're gonna bazo welumlamb, so but let's see when it comes to Bafana. But I think from a from a youth perspective, I think we are in a good space. And I always say to Abba, South Africa doesn't lack talent, and we just need to do better in grooming this talent, putting together these teams as well. And we have showed that when we, obviously we didn't do it in the high level, but if we can continue to do it and continue to grow and to do better and invest more, hopefully more people will come and invest in South African football so that these young men can get just win the World Cup as well, because they deserve to be there,
Now, Coach Mark, really, I'm going to need an answer on Vilakazi's chances at Chiefs, because I know there's going to be a lot of pressure. Let's build up to the Colombia game. Colombia are a team that everybody's also talking about. Conditions also suit them. More localized team. Of course, maybe a little bit more support. So a lot more now also at stake, because it's the knockout stages. Are you also exciting? And we've been bringing vibes and something exciting too. And we've given them enough to think about. Your chances your chances. What do you think Amajita will look like against Colombia?
I think to start with Vilakazi, of course, now there will be a lot of people are excited and are happy with his contribution and how he has been playing as well in the past two games. And obviously, this might also put some pressure in the club as well. But also, what is important as well is to not to rush him if he's not ready to start with the PSL, and also maybe build him up. And fortunately for him, he's been part of the Kaizer Chiefs PSL team as well, and he has the experience. In my view, he has scored goals, he has assisted goals, he had good performances before as well, so he's not new in the PSL scene as well, and he has the capabilities in my view, but also we have to find the right match between him and where he is, and also where the club is, and the need of the club as well, so that also he doesn't come and he comes at the wrong time, and he doesn't perform in with the right performance as well. So, but the club there's a lot of experience in the club, and they will help him to adapt and do well as well. And coming to Colombia as well, looking at their stats, they've played 3, they've won 1, they've drawn 1. They have scored 2 goals in the tournament. They've conceded 1, 2 clean sheets as well. They are not a high scoring team, but also they don't concede a lot. Structurally they're very, very good. They have a lot of players that are based in Colombia as well, but also one of their key players, the centre back Masquera, who's from Aston Villa, but is loaned in Spain at the moment, and he's very strong centre back, good on the ball as well, good defensively as well. I think he's one of their key players as well. But I don't want to speak about Colombia a lot. I think we have the capabilities, we have the talent, we have the players, and I think also the coaches, they have the plan, so it's just about them coming and because also sometimes the tactics, it's good the information is good, but sometimes it boils down to mindset, it boils down to attitude, it boils down to the willingness to achieve, to the willingness to run more, like I was saying with Vilakazi, being able to influence the game defensively, able to influence the game offensively as well. So we will need a big performance. It's not going to be easy. Colombia, they are playing in South America. They are closer to Chile. It's more or less their home game as well. But we have to impose ourselves also and show our abilities and our capabilities, because also in the game yesterday, when we tried to play and when we tried even to press, we were successful. It also shows that our players, they understand and they have good insight, or good football insight as well. So we need to trust them more and to be aggressive a little bit more as well, and impose ourselves and impose our talents as well. I think Status Bia went one first half higher and put in a cross, and then it was a goal. Same with Shaqiri, went 2 times or 3 times. So imagine if he does that more and he's aggressive more and he's offensive more. If we put in more balls higher up and create these moments, we'll get more goals, and also with other chances that we created. So we just need to be a little bit brave and have this courage and be aggressive a little bit also, and impose ourselves, and I think we also stand a good chance to play against them.
When I think about this team, I feel like even the coaches sometimes, I'm sure the instruction is not even like, yeah, go left, go right. It's like, and one, that's what and one. That's what and one. Because I just saw, the Shaquills, just unleashed, man, So it's really lovely to see, that the messaging is not, doesn't look complicated. The boys are free. They're playing according to a certain system, but you can see, man, that, they're trying to show us their skills and showcasing themselves on this platform, because, they're only going to get probably this opportunity to play under 20 World Cup once. Not many are young enough to get that opportunity. So thank you, Coach Mark, for letting us in on a little bit of the background, where the building blocks were. Why are we in such a good place as South African football, with youth football? Our under-17s are also going to the World Cup. Of course, Bafana also doing well. I would love to also talk about the girls very soon, so we'll check that progress as well. But for now, we celebrate Amajita. We're playing against Colombia midweek. Catch us again with Coach Mark as we analyze and follow the boys. Hopefully another victory. We'll be talking about another victory when we meet again, Coach Mark. Thank you very much.
Dank je goed, man. Sjaf.
Let the beat do the talking.